All right, everyone, there are new Me Too allegations against Brett Kavanaugh. Now, of course, he had several people make allegations against him before. Now, there were 3 people who made allegations. The media only talks about 2 of them because the third person not only recanted the allegations but was totally exposed as being farcical, like politically motivated and saying weird shit. I think that was the tale of him running trains on people, if I remember correctly. Because there was Christine Ford, she says that he got handsy with her. There was the other person that says she saw him like harass females, and then there was the third person who no one mentions in the corporate media because it's inconvenient really, because it shows that you can make fake allegations against somebody for political reasons, and that was like he did like totally crazy shit when he got drunk. Now you've got a 4th allegation against him, 3rd according to the corporate media, again because they don't want to mention the spurious ones that were proven wrong, because that would be a defense of Kavanaugh. That there were fake allegations against him, or at least that's what they think. The new allegation comes from a student who is actually male, doesn't claim to have been victimized, but claims to have witnessed Kavanaugh victimizing another person. Specifically, according to him, the allegation is he got drunk at a party, and he pulled his pants down, put his cock in like a female student's hand. As far as I know, the female student hasn't been identified, isn't coming forward to say she was victimized, and this is all an allegation anyway. How do we know that this event even happened? A bunch of people roaring drunk at a party, someone could easily have just misremembered something, number one. Number two, again, we've seen at least one case already where Kavanaugh has had allegations against him which were politically motivated. We've got a pretty good reason to believe Christine Ford was politically motivated with her testimony too. From the middle of her, indelibly inked on her hippocampus, or whatever she fucking said, or thalamus. Remember, her lawyer came out, I talked about this a couple weeks ago, and said in no uncertain terms, essentially that she was motivated by Roe v. Wade. Now here's the surreal part. I say this as someone, and I get flack for this from my own audience. I'm completely pro-choice, I stand completely with Roe v. Wade. I do believe abortion should be legal. That being said, to use it as the justification to try to Me Too Brett Kavanaugh becomes ironic when the first major decision he was actually part of on the court was to join the majority, including Roberts, who went with the liberals, so-called, on this, siding with them to not hear a case that could have endangered abortion rights. How surreal can you get? So the entire attack on him was meaningless because he never attacked abortion. The whole idea that played out in the public spectacle, in the theater that is the public, was that Brett Kavanaugh somehow was going to be a super justice and be able to endanger Roe v. Wade as one of 9 people by unilaterally making a decision and overriding the rest of the court. That was never going to happen. It was impossible. It's physically impossible for Brett Kavanaugh to have endangered Roe v. Wade anyway. And a lot of people that otherwise would have no problem with him probably would be having a problem with him, myself included, if he had. But he joined the liberals on that one. Where's the attack on abortion? It was never made. How very strange. So right now, impeach Kavanaugh is trending, but there's no purpose. It doesn't make any fucking sense. What the fuck did he do wrong? You've got an allegation of misconduct. One that, by the way, is badly dated as well. It's not even coming from someone claiming they were victimized. It's coming from a third party. Yeah, I saw Brett Kavanaugh stick his cock in her hand. Well, where's this other student that felt so victimized by this? How do you know? And let me ask you this. Hypothetical, because I don't think that this event even happened. I think this is a bullshit political hack attack. Putting that aside, let's say that there was a party. This student was there, Kavanaugh was there, the girl was there. Assuming this other student was drunk, how the hell can I know that he didn't misinterpret some consensual action between Kavanaugh and someone he was getting rowdy with? How do I know that the other person didn't initiate? Maybe they were already making out and he pulled his pants down. He probably shouldn't do that at a party. But if he's fucking blasted out of his mind, how do I know that this other student didn't just misinterpret the whole scenario? I can't be assured of that. How the hell do I know what substances they were imbibing? Could have been more than alcohol. Maybe they were smoking weed at the time. Maybe Brett Kavanaugh was smoking weed. By the way, if you know, up until the last couple of years, also surreal, shows you the paradigm shift in culture. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, by the way. Up until then, if there had been hashtag weed is bad or something, and Brett Kavanaugh, if some student said, well, I saw Brett Kavanaugh smoke a gravity bong this time and he was blitzed, that would have been more of a disqualifier for SCOTUS than sexual allegations. Remember, like, what's his name? That one, Clarence Thomas and Anita Hill or whatever, and allegations against him. There have been allegations against other SCOTUS justices too throughout time. Mostly they got in anyway. The biggest disqualifier would be, oh shit, you smoked a joint back in high school, up until very recently. By the way, I think that's a positive change in culture, but unfortunately it's being weaponized for political reasons by a bunch of hacks that just don't want somebody to be high profile, I guess, because they're like, oh shit, Roe v. Wade will be endangered. Because they hear it in the media. I don't even think... Christine Ford didn't start the anti-Kavanaugh stuff. No. What happened is that for months before, as soon as he was rumored to be a possible pick for that position, they started running ads against him, essentially, which is what the propagandist media has devolved into. It's just a bunch of advertising for corporations. Oh my God, if he becomes a SCOTUS member, you won't be able to get an abortion. You'll be barefoot in the kitchen. We'll be in a theocracy, essentially. And so somebody like Ford, who's clearly a politically motivated individual, sees that, says, well, I remember this dude, oh my God, well, I've got to stop him for political reasons. And so they decide to go public and say a bunch of weird shit that isn't even true, or is half true, and destroy their career. That appears to be what's happening here. No, I don't believe the claim. There's no evidence of it. It's a mere allegation. And some people are like, well, where's the proof that Brett Kavanaugh is not a fucking pervert? The absence of evidence is itself evidence to the contrary. You can't prove a negative. Fucking prove your point. If this person saw this, why isn't there a victim coming forward? Why does nobody else appear to remember the event? And I bet anything, let me take a wild guess here. Let's say someone else comes forward. I bet you'll find that they're liberal. Yeah, I'm just going to put this out there. I bet that the people making allegations, if you search through their social media, you'd find a lot of political posts. I'm guessing probably they're not card-carrying MAGA hat wearers. Bunch of bullshit. Meanwhile, they all circled the wagons around Al Franken. You had a picture of him groping a sleeping reporter, and he still lied and said it wasn't real. We had the fucking picture. His lawyers tried to pretend to be speaking for the actual victim, putting it out there, gaslighting the population, saying, well, the victim actually is just misremembering. It was a consensual act, and pretending to be the victim themselves. Here, you don't know who the victim is, if there even was one. It could be a misconstrued real-life scenario, or it could be complete fucking fabricated bullshit, and I have no reason to believe otherwise. Where's the proof, dude? Fucking go and give congressional testimony and let Kavanaugh cross-examine. Let him come before Congress again and say, yeah, I like beer, but that doesn't make me put my cock in other people's hands. Because it'll be surreal. And of course, this is a little bit of bread and circus. This is the left's way of trying to get even with Trump. Trump's been having some good times lately. Got his wall funding, gained land clearance for vast stretches of new wall. So once that starts going up, that's big news. So you need a distraction. You need something that makes Trump look greasy and sexist. That's basically what the liberals will do. That's about all. Peace out.